Alright, I'm going to be explaining how to run an offense in Ultimate Frisbee against a zone defense. We'll use red chips for the offensive team, blue chips for the defensive team, and a black chip for the disc. So the red team, the offense, is going to set up with 3 handlers back. So you have 1 handler in the middle of the field, 2 handlers, 1 on each side. We're going to have 2 wings, so there's 2 people along the sides further up the field. And then you've got two poppers, which are going to be right in the middle of the field, right about here. Now the zone, a typical zone, is going to be set up with 3 men around the person with the disc. One of them is going to be marking, and the other 2 are cutting off that upfield. You'll have 2, 1 on each wing, guarding the sidelines. And then you'll have 1 short deep, which will be right about in the middle of the field, blocking these poppers, and 1 deep that watches the deep throws. So let's say the disc is starting in the middle of the field here. I'll explain each position one at a time. So to start, I'll explain the basics of handling. So what you want to do if you're a handler, the most important thing here is just consistency and patience. You're not going to be able to get a nice upline throw to these guys or these guys on the wings, because that's the job of the cup, is to cut off the outfield throw. So basically what you want to do in this position is you just want to swing. You want to dump and swing is what it's called. So if this guy's the disc here, he wants to just throw over to this guy. And by doing this, and then this guy, when he catches it, he just wants to pass it right back, pass it over here, just keep working it side to side. And the point of this is that as the cup, when this is swung over here, the cup is going to have to move over here and follow that guy. And when he swings it over here, again, the cup has to follow. And the more the cup moves, they're human, so the more they get tired out. And so let's say that they've dumped and swung a couple times. By the time this guy swings over here after 4 or 5 minutes of running, these guys are going to be jogging. And that's going to leave this guy time with the disc to look for that upline throw. So basically, they just want to work it back and forth until the cup is tired enough that they can't keep up. And that's when you look for the upline throw and break through the cup. Just because it's not worth it. If this guy has a disc here, he doesn't want to look for a risky throw through a defender or anything like that. That's going to get picked off. So the most important thing is just dump and swing, consistent throws. So the next position I'll talk about is the wings. So these are the 2 guys out here. And their most important job, the thing that they want to look for, is when the disc is swung. So if this guy starts with the disc swings over here, their most important job is either want to make, when this guy gets the disc, before the zone gets there, they're either going to want to make a cut in right here for a short pass, or they're going to want to make a cut downfield to allow for a pass up to them. So the most important thing is just timing of cuts, so that they're making this cut either in or out before the zone is able to set up and cut off any of those throws. So they're just waiting for that swing to happen so they can cut in or out. So the other position are the 2 poppers, and these are the 2 guys in the middle of the field. And they have a very crucial position in most zones. So because, these guys are cutting off a lot of the field, and it can be, let's say the disc is here, they get trapped on the sideline. The zone sets up. Right now, this guy has no back throw, he has no upline throw, and he has no cross throw, because everything is being cut off by these 3 zone defenders. And this is where a popper or a wing, I guess, would come into play. Is what they want to do is, if the stall count's getting high and this guy has no one to throw to, instead of making a risky throw, a popper wants, it's called crashing. They want to crash through the zones. They go through these defenders, come right in here, and then it's just a super short pass right to the popper. Now from here, the popper can just pass it right back. That resets the zone, resets the stall count, and gives this guy more time, and then they can just clear right out. So let's see, this guy swings it over here, zone sets up here. He can't get a throw off to either of the handlers on either side. A popper will come in, crash in, pass to him, resets the stall count, passes right back, and he can swing over. So they're just there, to help out in the midfield, crash, and just reset the stall count to keep it moving. And then obviously, let's say if it swings over here, the zone's tired, they can't get there. Both of these guys are available for either of these deep cuts, any in cuts right here. They just have the middle of the field. They have that space to themselves. And basically, once the zone is tired out, that's when they start to work. So they're able to make these in cuts, make these out cuts, and work it down the field.